So now that we've gone over the rubric, I'm going to show you guys my example. We'll look at my example against the rubric, and I'll also post just a short clip of my process for anyone who wants to see it. My portrait, I'll pull it back so you can see I did my portrait on a sheet of 14 by 17 drawing paper. Some of you all got this size in your kit. I used just a number 2 pencil. I completed the blind contour portrait. I'm going out of focus a little bit. And you can see the details that I added with hatching, cross hatching, and stippling. So let's take a closer look at my portrait. I want to give you guys some tips on how to use the 3 different techniques in different ways to create texture. So again, the techniques are hatching, cross hatching, and stippling. If you have questions about those techniques, please watch Thursday's video again. You can reach out to me, or there's also a lot of resources online. So here's my portrait completed with all my details, and we'll take a closer look at different parts of it. Here I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. So in the image on the left, you can create a lot of interest by placing horizontal lines next to vertical lines. So both of those are examples of hatching. And also based on, right, we talked about density last time, how dense the lines are. So you can see even in that little piece right here, you can see a lot of interest just because the lines are going different ways and they have different density. In the image on the right, I wanted to show you guys kind of in his hair. I created like the hatching that sweeps and follows the movement of his hair. So kind of helping using your lines to create movement in the image is really effective. So in this next set of images, I just wanted to show you guys what you can do with hatching. So you can create a series of lines. So you can see that in the image, especially on the right, is a bunch of hatching that's stacked on top of each other with a little bit of negative space left in between. So it creates some kind of interest there because you can see the lines kind of going up and down. And the image on the left, I wanted to show you kind of the same thing, but in a smaller, kind of more condensed version. So you can still create that kind of pattern with shorter lines that are closer together. So just kind of comparing the 2 effects of longer and shorter lines. So yeah, same thing here. I just want to show you guys kind of the difference you can create with longer lines. So kind of at the bottom of his sleeve there, you can see what happens when I create really dense long lines as compared to the shorter lines that are on his shoulders. So in this last set of images, you can see how I overlapped 2 different techniques to create kind of this really dense coloring. So first I did pretty dense cross hatching, and then I went in with really short hatching lines just to kind of create a little more interest in these parts. Last thing I'm going to show you all today is my process. So I have my kind and patient motto. I will be honest, I kind of wish I had practiced before I just went for it, because drawing with a live model is very different than drawing from a sheet of paper or from your own reflection. I definitely giggled and cracked up a couple of times. So maybe worth a practice on a sheet of paper or your sketchbook before you head to the big sheet of paper. And what I neglected to do was to take a picture of my contour line drawing before I added the texture. So you can see here, this is basically what I ended with. And then this is my final product with the texture added.